my god, nice! There's the sun. There's Ronos. It's warm. I don't have to have a coat on. I don't have to have a headband, a hat, gloves, coat. I'm coatless. Well, this is the jacket, little thin thing. And yeah, super enjoying it. We're in a little different location by the rocks. I've heard they've called megaliths. But they're really super cool. So tonight, we're finally doing it. We're going to do part 2 of how a diamond, let's get back to my other page. How pressure and fire make you a diamond. And so a little bit before we get into that, I did do my solo trip at Big Sky. And the skiing was really, really good Saturday. And I had a really good time. You know, met a couple people on the lift, and we somewhat connected, chit-chatted, and yeah, never met anybody that I could really connect with. And so yeah, stayed by myself in the hotel, which is the very first time I've ever stayed in a hotel by myself. And yeah, decided to take an Uber to some music, which was super awesome. Great band called Hair Train, and met a girlfriend, and we really super connected. So that was really special. And she's a nurse and had a husband, and instead of me having to take the Uber back, they gave me a ride. And yeah, so great to have a new friend. And it was wake up Sunday and not so great conditions, windy, cloudy, snowing. And I'm like, okay, I think we just better end the whole ski season on a happy note with what was Saturday. I did it. Okay, so pressure and fire make you a diamond. How does that happen? Well, deep thoughts, the feelings you need to sit with. You're going to have to do it over and over. It's not a one-time deal. I'm sorry. I wish it was. There are the things that make you feel like you're breaking, crushing you into pieces. But this is the same feelings, even though it's so hard. They're the same ones that are going to eventually make you stronger. We'll break down some of my experiences. You can take what resonates, hopefully some do. Yeah. Leave what doesn't. So, shadows. Yeah. You are going to have a lot of different shadows to work through. And so you can't shake them. You just got to be with them. And there's a really favorite Doc Robinson song that I like that's called Shake Your Shadow. And it's a good vibe. It's not like bad. And so eventually, I think, you can become friends with your shadow, because it's always going to be there. And then you welcome it when it comes, and you're like, hey, old friend, glad to see you again. Let's go through some deep healing. Those long, cold, lonely nights that seem like they're never going to end. Right now, I feel like my nights just fly by. I'm supposed to be doing so much more, and I get nothing done, but I have fun. And at the beginning, though, it was like, okay, zombie mode, get through work, do my best, get home, break down, curl up on the floor, sometimes in the fetal position, and sob uncontrollably, and just feel my heart breaking. And yeah, super hard times. So if you're in that, Oh, God, my heart goes out to you. Does get better, slowly. Um, the heavy weight of the what could have beens, those hopes and dreams that are dashed, maybe changed, hopefully changed into something better. But the grandkids baby that you always wanted, or the hopes and futures that we worked really damn hard, and we were going to retire and go travel and see country in the US and maybe go out of the country, which I've never been. Maybe someday. Yeah, those lost dreams. The broken future, yeah, we did that. Your doubts and fears are like heavy stones you carry, dragging you under. Like whether your metaphor of this heavy burden you're carrying is dragging up a hill and is dragging you back, and 2 steps forward, 3 steps back kind of thing, or you're trying to swim out of the ocean over the waves to get to shore, and it's just dragging you down, and you feel like you're going to drown. But they don't drag on forever. Where am I at? Your trauma, oh gosh, and negative thoughts that you try so hard to forget, but they play on repeat through your mind, and you're like, no, I don't want to think about this again. I want to think about happy things, and pop, boop, there it is again. And I don't know, I'm sure some of you have went through some pretty traumatic journeys. I did, and I don't really want to go deep into that, but we had some really, really high times, really happy times, and we had some really low times on our roller coaster. And there was, it took a lot to rebuild me. We'll put it that way. Yeah. So now on to the good stuff, the healing, becoming who you were always meant to be. And you're wondering, how does that happen? Well, it happens in small ways. You're used to look at a sunset or a flower or something beautiful, even a sign, and be like, huh, I don't feel it. I'm numb. I can see it. I can appreciate it, but I truly feel nothing in my heart and soul. And that changes. The sun starts showing up, even in small ways, in your darkest moments, and you give yourself grace to laugh and smile. The universe finds you new friends. I have such awesome girlfriends. Some have went through what I've went through, which is how I found them. And so we have that deep connection, and it's amazing to see how far my life's come in 3.25 years. I think we're getting a little bit past that, but whatever. But yeah, don't lose hope. The universe has stuff planned for you. It will happen. Have hope, have faith. Okay. And you give yourself grace to laugh and smile. Yeah, so that was part of the friend thing. I'm a Cancer, so I can like laugh really loud and don't really care who hears me. And so that's returned. Kind of lost that for a long while, even when I was married to Dave, which, is bad because that could have helped. But that's all water under the bridge. You start to feel grounded. It's hard to see now in the sun. Not spinning out of control so much. In the beginning you just feel like you're a spinning top. You don't know, it doesn't feel like it's ever going to stop. And you start to feel more grounded and look at that sunset and feel it, and in your soul and mind and spirit, and you're fully present. And that's all you want anymore, is to be fully present in each and every moment. And that's when you know it's shifted. Let's see. You start to have hope and believe. You learn to trust that the steps you are taking, every little one, every quiet night, every unseen fight that you fought to get up in the next morning and do it all again, they all brought you closer to this light, to who you're meant to be. They led you here to rise, to see the world with open eyes. Again, that being able to really be present with where you're at, whether it be the forest or dancing with your girlfriends or skiing or whatever is your happy thing, being fully present, seeing it with open eyes. I think, do I have any more? Oh yes, I have more. You've learned to listen in the quiet. The stillness taught you patience. I don't think I really need to explain that. Every scar is a map to your new journey. Every flaw, a guide. Every night you thought you couldn't survive was the road leading you home. It's long, but you keep walking one step at a time. Even if they're small. Every lesson shaped you. Every doubt refined you. The past is gone. It's not really gone, right? But at times we can pretend it was gone. It is gone. Till it returns in our shadow. And then we say, hey friend, okay, this is what we're doing tonight. I call them Dave's and my date nights. So, when I go that deep and feel those feelings, it's like, okay, you want to have a date night with me? I'm ready. You breathe, move, trust your pace. Everybody has a different pace. It might be 10 years till you feel this. It might be a really long time. It might be a short time. The world is wide and you own your space in it. The quiet taught you courage. The silent taught you grace. Every shadow you faced made you stronger in this place. Obviously was from the song. I'll post the song if I can. No one else can tell you who you'll be. It's got to be up to you. No one else can share your story. I heard a thing. What was that? The story. Your story is the saying. I'll have to look it up. You begin to move with strength and hope. The horizon feels open. You reach for glory. You hold your page in your new chapter. You know, it's hard to turn that chapter in that book, but there's going to be many of them, so you better get used to it. You hold the sky, no looking back. We have to go forward. You reach high, every fear behind. Take your time. Again, we all have our own pace, speed. This is your life. This is your climb. The sky is open. The road is wide. You are here. You are ready. You survived. That's something to be proud of. Every day you survive is something to be fucking proud of. So step into the light. You are the light. Step into yourself. Finally, you're alive, strong, steady, unafraid. The horizon's yours tonight. And then the final thought. And then I have a PS. I think I already alluded to that. Yeah, I already did. Spread your wings and take the leap. You won't crash and burn. I promise. So, yeah, kind of this new PS. The PS is the new moon tomorrow. Supposed to be a big reset. There's supposed to be something stuck in your life. It's supposed to move finally forward, and clarity and honesty and truth, lay all your feelings on the table kind of day is supposed to happen. And I have something stuck in my life, and you probably do too. So, hope to tomorrow. That's probably a song too. Somehow, somewhere. So, from beautiful, sunny Montana. There's the rocks again. They're super cool. They're super tall. Some people think they evolved from dinosaurs that were petrified. I read about it. I don't necessarily believe that, but some of them, that one looks like a cyclops, the one that has 2 eyes. He has a nose, or no, 3 eyes, and then a nose, and you can see through them. So they go through the whole entire huge rock. And yeah, I live in a very blessed place. It's super cool. And the rocks soak up the sun, and I feel them. I think, is that feeling their energy? I don't know. But yeah, they feel really good. Anyway, okay, till tomorrow. And yeah, now I've committed. So, peace out.